tape. And, the J. Gopap was the lead Fayetteville, go blow up 5 years later somewhere else. So, I mean, it ain't like, I expect.
But you can leave Fayetteville without leaving Fayetteville nowadays. Nowadays, you can leave Fayetteville without leaving Fayetteville because of the internet.
That's true.
And I don't even see them
that's
taking
why
advantage of
I
that
don't think
enough.
that they really, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's about networks, and you cats name artists all the time that I haven't heard yet. I'll be writing them down or taking a mental note because I'm gonna check them out. But that's a network thing. Like I've only not heard them because I ain't never got an email with their music, never saw them on Facebook with the music, and now I heard them, I will. And when if I like them, of course, that's what it's. But Paul, you could be just one dude removed from cats getting emails from, because I do get like emails from new artists or artist releases on Dope Indie Gmail that I set up a couple years ago when I was doing internet radio.
Yeah, I mean, the main way is you got to go to these shows, man, support them.
Yeah, man. So who went to the now? Anybody go to the 910 show last weekend?
I missed it. I wanted to go. I heard it was off the chain. I didn't go, but it was anybody here in that show? Nobody. Did you go?
Well, I couldn't go because I was doing a table read for the next Barry Williams movie, plug the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's called. This was. I'll think about it in a second. But we've been reading. I had a table read. With. Yeah, not to be played with. Look at you. Sorry about that. You're not to be played with. Absolutely. And I wanted to go. I told Uno. I was talking to Uno, and I said I'm on my way. And then I looked at the clock and said I can't fucking go.
Yeah.
I got a table read. So
I missed it. I generally try.
The videos was dope, and I missed Hoods and Passport School, but I missed that because I wanted to see that.
Yeah, I generally try to make it to local shows as a fan, man. I don't go as a DJ or as a as a music entity. I'm just going to enjoy the music. You know what I'm saying? And I love to see the artist perform. So generally, that's and the way I know about the shows is from going to shows previous, following one artist, and they have a crew and they got people that they work with. I follow them, and it just branches out. So I know a lot of local upcoming artists just from being at the shows, man. Just going to participate in the art and the music. So that's how you get that email. That's how you get them. That's how you get that local music. Is you seek it. You got to go find it.
That's everywhere you're gonna find it. But you can. I found this. If you go on YouTube and just search Fayetteville, you'll find mad MCs and good shit, older shit, like good shit.
It's right there.
When I was researching for my radio show, I found a lot there, and then I would just branch from finding that to other things.
Y'all heard of
Kaboom Holy? I heard on there, and I don't know if y'all heard of Kaboom Holy. We never mentioned him. I don't know. He's like a brother with dreads, he performs to the white skater crowd, has a huge following of hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
I might know his face, but I don't know him. I don't know. You ever heard of Rotation Love? Y'all heard of the group Rotation Love? It was I think they broke up, but it was Joey Vio, Redden, Yabs. I think they was from either like the Cape Fear, Southview region, but niggas was nice. The kids was nice.
Hey, how about this? Y'all gonna remember all these names to tag them in Facebook?
Yeah.
Since y'all brought it up.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of MCs in Fayetteville, though. There's always rappers or artists that want to express themselves in an artistic level. The other thing too, man, I know we on hip hop, but music is music, and there's a lot of live music in Fayetteville. You know what I'm saying? It's like Louis is dope. I like to go to Louis every now and then, check out the band out there. Fucking Marley's got a live band every Friday and Saturday night, and they band is jamming. So from the band, people that's you're gonna meet people that's in the producers or people that's in the music creation. So
well, man, I fuck with it locally is Lotus Sun. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them. It's a black rock band. They dope as hell. I mean, Lotus Sun is dope.
My nephew's band, but he's not Fayetteville, they're out of Seattle, but they the shit. They the shit down north. Check them out. They've been doing it for almost 20 years now, but it's like a black rock band.
Patties a lot. Patties. Yeah.
Yeah, patties.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's shit to do. That's what I'm saying. There's shit to get
Yeah,
involved
gotta
with out
search it
here.
out.
There's shit to do. You know.
But like
I
I said,
always hear people
I was
shitting
gonna
on
try to
Fayetteville like it ain't Fayetteveville is this, Fayetteville is whack or whatever. And I'll be like, y'all just don't know. It's shit
got
to
to search
do.
everything out.
Paulie,
Yeah,
what you
there's
do?
shit to do
What you
here.
do next, Paulie? Moderate us, Paulie. You gotta rein us in, brother.
But
All animals.
yeah,
It's hard to
before
moderate
you,
y'all cats,
You
man.
gotta just step in, bro. You
It's
gotta
not
step
easy,
in.
man. What were you about to say,
Keep us
though,
on
Mr.
track.
J? Mr. J, what was you about to say?
yeah, before we get to that, I was
My
saying I
phone
was going
died.
to try
Oh
to
shit!
You were saying what?
I'll be right back. My phone.
uh, I was going to go ahead and go to the 910 thing. I actually was going to try to. I heard about it months ago, and was going to try to see if I could perform out there. But I actually ended up going to the LL concert. That got booked that day
The forest?
because it was supposed to go. Actually, supposed to be on the. I think it was supposed to be on June, and then it got rescheduled for that day. So I wasn't able to try to do the 910.
Yo, how was the
But
LL concert?
it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, the whole setup with the Roots was dope. I was definitely glad to see the Roots in live. That was my first time seeing them live. It was interesting seeing De La Soul,
Without
live.
Little, remember
Yeah, without
that
True
day?
Boy,
So how
because
did
I
they do
saw.
that? Yeah, how did they do all True Boys verses?
Well, he kind of did, parts of his verse,
His
parts of
verse,
the songs with just
ad-libbed
his
it
verse
stuff. Yeah.
with Dove, and of course, Black Thought was out there, so he did some of the True Boys parts. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? So I had seen them, years ago with True Goy in Cat's Cradle.
yeah.
So it was interesting seeing them again without that.
That's one of my
Um,
lifelong regrets is missing De La Soul live. I seen them. They had came to Raleigh a couple years ago. I was gonna go. I didn't go. Now I'm never gonna be able to see them live, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm never ever going to be able to see Tribe Called Quest live or Run DMC. I
yeah,
got to see Run DMC live though. I did see Run DMC live here in the Ville. They came with the Alcoholics and Jay-Z back in like 94, 94, 95. But yeah,
well,
live shows, man. I love them. I love them.
Well, let's take it back into history then a little bit. Like back in the days when cats used to perform all the time, we was doing all these open mics. Who do you think really stood out to you amongst like all these other rappers? Was there anybody that stood out?
Man, I'm gonna be biased. I
No,
love my
you could
man
be
Doc.
biased. You could be
Yeah,
biased. Go
I
ahead.
love my man Doc Verse. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my partner in rhyme and shit. So I've only seen a couple of his performances that were like, he gave it his all. You know what I'm saying? He went out there on stage and like really tried to kill it. So, but as far as like, there's so many, man. It's so many
And
people
it
that
didn't even have to be
hit the
to be
stage.
performance. It could have just have been like his presence or something. Because I'm gonna go with a presence. What about you, Mr. J? Anybody that stood out? Like you always thought, like, damn, this cat just looked like he's bigger or better than everybody.
I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Because I
There's so
got one.
many.
He used to come to Fayetteville all the time. He's not even really from Fayetteville, but he always came to Fayetteville. And I used to be like, damn, this dude just looked bigger than everybody. And that was that cat Glock Styles. He was from
Glock Town. I remember Glock Styles. Yeah, I
he
remember
would
him.
come in with like more women than anybody.
Josie
His
Mo.
music sounded.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Josie Mo.
I'm glad you brought that name up. That dude came to Fayetteville one time, man, and he showed us up so bad, yo.
He came to Lumberton one night to open one night in Lumberton for who the hell was it with the beard Freeway at that crazy club. He showed up with like 25 carloads from Durham.
Durham, yeah, Bull City,
Deep.
yeah.
Came through deep.
Hood motherfuckers.
No,
Yeah,
well, let me
Durham
tell you
is
a true
down like
story.
that.
Josie Mo comes through Fayetteville.
I was friends with Paulie Snubnose at that point, and who they were partners. They were 21st Street Records, and Josie was their artist. And they had the place called the Planet Rock in Raleigh, where everybody went and recorded. And it was dope. He had Night Court the Justice League over there back then. Lots of artists, and they really reached out. And he dug the Fayetteville culture. You know, I would say that Paulie Snubnose and Josie always said that he felt like Durham and Fayetteville were a lot of like hood cities. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Funny you mentioned Paulie Snubnose. I almost forgot about Paulie Snubnose.
Yeah. Yeah. Another white dude for you, big face.
Hey, he was dope, man. You can't sleep on Paulie.
Hey, what about Eddie Ruger from Greensboro?
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope. Definitely.
Other one. I know they came through the rock shop and tore that shit down a couple years ago. So
that boy can rap.
Mm-hmm.
Real.
Yeah.
Did a jump with him. Once upon a time.
I'm on the East and white, so you know I got the both angles here.
That's what's up. Bienvenidos. Supposed to be doing a joint up in Greensboro, November 18th.
Yeah, Eddie
Ruger supposed to be popping in. Yeah.
That's what's up.
He's still doing his thing.
Yeah, still doing his thing up there, no doubt. Eddie Ruger.
Wow.
Shouts out to Eddie Ruger. All right, well, new cats. Who's
anybody
any new cats that just seem like they're just the top dog? They're just better than everybody else.
Who?
Are you gonna go with that? You gonna go with that one cat, that Uno cat, the new cats, as just being the cat that just?
I mean, he'll tell you that he's a fashion designer now. He ain't even an active rapper. He'll say, I mean, right now, I mean, bigger. I don't understand the context of that. Really, to be honest with you. What you mean bigger?
I think Maserati.
Just the perception, like when Glock Styles came through.
These streams.
Yo, something wrong with your mic, man. Your mic keep going in and out. Yeah. Just like sometimes cats would come through and not be better, but would look bigger.
I mean, Bobby Moolah is the hottest artist for me right now in the city as far as right now heat. He's in soundtracks. He's starring in movies. He got albums out. He's getting a lot of streams. You look hundreds of thousands of streams, and TikTok following, and he has a lot of content, and a lot of songs.
Yeah, he's doing his thing right now.
I think him, Yellow Rue, Maserati Santana.
Santana, I mean, released a little music, but he's building that brand of On the Rise, which is several different podcasts, the main one, the uncensored, a few different ones.
Is that cat from here?
I believe he's based here, so I don't know if he came up through the schools or anything. I don't know particularly about that, but
word up.
Where y'all want to go with it?
Is that my phone died. I realized it was low, and all my shit is usually connected to it ain't. So that's better.
Yeah, I'm just here for the conversation, man. Listening and learning, man.
What I wanted to ask about is
you had a topic, Mr. J.
Fayettenam St. Omer, who used to go by who was one of the Justice League, one of the Justice League cats, had a just kind of question that he posted on his Facebook, just kind of for everybody, DJs, journalists, rappers. He said, for all the times that we complain about the state of hip hop and how bad it is, what is it, that we could do to bring forth some kind of change? Or what is it that everybody's doing, that can kind of name for themselves to bring about some change?
Who wants to go first?
You got
it. What do you mean, like change though? Like, is it kind of like the change in the sound, or like what do they mean? Like,
I think there's something. There's a lot of different genres. I don't like complaints like that. I don't want to change anything. You know what I'm saying? Right. I wish better venues for live shows. I wish they would band up the top 3 cats and make shows together, and where you wanted to go see just 2 cats, not 20. I don't want to go see 20 cats, man. I want to go see 3 acts, and I want them to do 30, 40 minutes apiece.
Yeah,
I want it to be
full sets. Yeah, hop on the stage, do one song. Nah, man, we don't need that.
Do 5, 6 songs. They got them. So do 5, 6 songs. I want Block Baby, Sunny, and Passport bill, or Passport, Sunny, and another hard rock on the same bill, and that's it. You don't need 15. You could have the Wolfpack, Sunny, Passport. There's your minute. Go do a bunch of clubs.
Give them enough room to breathe. Give them enough space to really display what they got. They can pull out their 5, 10. If a 30-minute set or an hour set really shows the performer, it really puts them to the test. It says, "Yo, you got 60 minutes up here." Stand up. How much is like a stand-up show? It's like 30 to 60, depending on how much material you got.
Yeah, good comedians got at least an hour worth of material.
That's what I'm saying. These rappers need to come with their shows need to be like that. Their shows need to be an hour and dope. You know what I'm saying? And have complexity and levels to it, and it should move. You know what I'm saying? Just coming out with one strip club banger and be like, all right, we done. You know what I'm saying? Like, come with do some shit. Give us a show. That's what I need to see.
Yeah, so that's what I would change. And get a few cooler venues that ain't so damn steep. Seems like all the venues we get is trash. Can we have some new nice venues that would allow, local acts to do a show, and boom.
Most of the nice spots be like, nah, I don't want these rappers on my stage.
Because they're afraid of fights or whatever.
No. Because look, white clubs have fight, everybody has fights, but the crowd spend money. They're afraid of our crowd because our crowd is cheap as fuck.
There you go.
Drink, and like that. They want it. Now, if our crowd came and spend money, people don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you right now, if they get money, they'll fix all that other shit. But I honestly have heard that from promoters. You know what I'm saying, and from bartenders and people in the service industry. Hip-hop, like, you know what I'm saying.
Can I hear that question again, though? Because I think y'all got a little bit straight off a little bit.
What would you change about Fayetteville's local hip hop scene if you could?
That wasn't the question, I don't think.
Shit.
Oh, no, he was saying for everyone, fans, DJs, journalists, rappers, and podcasters, for all the times that you complain about the state of hip hop and how bad the music is, what are you doing about it to bring forth change, some kind of change?
But I don't complain about it. That's what I was saying from the beginning. I don't. I think
I'm in the same boat. I don't have no complaints. I don't understand what they're talking about.
What I don't like.
I do understand what he's talking about. I totally understand what he's talking about. Because there was a rapper named Simba. Y'all heard of Simba? He's not from Fayetteville, but he's like an up-and-coming artist. And he was talking about something like this. Like, he's kind of in the realms of underground hip-hop. Plus he sings, and he was saying, like, why is it when I'm with a legendary producer, we hanging out, we chilling, we talking about family, we eating Popeyes, and then 3 days later, when it comes time to do the song, your label's calling me and like, yo, $80,000 for a beat, 1 point on the record, and we want to own the masters. That sound like some label shit. That sound like these hip hop producers, these legendary old school hip hop producers.
Well, 100%, they've been
labels, and that's got to change. That's got to change.
Circuit.
You can't beat these. You can't beat these new up and coming artists over the head with these prices when they can't even afford them. You know what I'm saying? And you need these new up and coming artists to keep your sound alive. If you got a certain sound,
your sound gonna die. I mean, there's so many different avenues. For me though. Like when I run into a brick wall, like something I don't like, it's so easy nowadays to go around it though. So, I mean, when we was coming up, you had to go through that brick wall and find a way to shake hands with. You know what I'm saying? But now, man, these kids, like if a producer hits me up and say, I want 8K, kick rocks, bitch, I'll find another. And if you got a hot product, so let's just talk about independence for a little bit. Yeah. So, Joyner Lucas has never signed any contracts with any label.
Yeah, he did. No, he did. He signed with it for a year.
All right, well, whatever.
1 year. 1 year.
Yes, was made through independence.
Yeah, but he didn't stay on long though. He didn't stay on long though.
Huh?
He didn't stay on but like a year. It was 1 year and that's it.
He's still crushing it right now.
I know.
Dreams.
But he did sign with a major for a year though. We can't put out false info on the podcast. We got to be factual. He did sign with a major label for a year. It didn't go too well. It was that one album with the album with the phone number on it. That was a major label album. And it didn't go too well because it was all the records was like commercials hell, and then it was off the label and straight independent since then.
The first record Ross got
the
well, yeah.
The question is this though, like you're saying that producers shouldn't charge much or the labels should not put all these prices on these artists, and Face is like, do it yourself, make your own beats. You don't need the fucking label. You don't need the fucking everywhere. You don't need the cosign. You don't need the industry. You don't have to be in the industry.
Look, it's mediocre. If you're trying to sell something that ain't gonna sell, yes, you need all those cosigns. Yes, you need to be by premiere. Yes, you need the $75,000 feature because you're trying to get paid off something that ain't hot by itself.
And if that's the case, you fucking start wrong anyway.
Hey,
you start in the hole.
But I never made a record that I felt was hot like that. Like this is what it is. I love making music for different reasons or whatever. I still love to write, but I think as a musician, I never made that record. If you made that record, like if this is hot, a million motherfuckers gonna like it. Which I've heard plenty of Fayetteville artists, they have that record in their possession.
But that's the thing. When you have that record and you don't know the value of that record, it's like, yo, I got this record. All the coaches swoop in and be like, yo, I'll give you 20 G's for it. I give you 50 for it right now. And motherfuckers be like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I never seen this kind of money in my life. And then the record go on and sell like 20, 30 mil. And they be like, what the fuck? Yeah, oh shit. So like, yeah, you gotta be confident in your abilities, and not only confident in your abilities, but know your worth, know what you got, and and there's nothing wrong with working with people. There's nothing wrong with working with people, but like I was watching a Sauce Walker interview, and he was talking about his ownership and all of the albums that he's put out in years, and how he does his label. His 50-50 with all of the artists that he signs. He gives them half of whatever they make. And, he gives them their sales, their streams report every month, their taxes, all of that. You know what I'm saying? He's completely transparent with his artists, and his artists help him. They, you know what I'm saying? Because they feel like they're all on the same team. They feel like he's not, it feels like they are actually benefiting. It's not lopsided. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I'm giving you the opportunity to, make it seem like I'm doing you a favor, when really I am preying off of you. I'm predatoring you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
that's independent label though, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. And the thing is the problem is every artist is just trying to get a major deal, man. It's like they don't really want to go the independent route because there's work in the independent route.
It's working anything that's good.
We got it saying in the music promo business, don't watch us work. Like, if I'm getting your song played on radio in Greensboro and you still in Fayetteville,
what are you doing?
You watching us work. Don't watch us work. Get your ass to Greensboro and promo while you out there. Go to the radio station, let them know, yo, you playing my joint. Let me get the interview. After the interview, go try to find who's the show promoter. Yo, they playing my joints many times. You just did an interview. What's up with the show? But it's too much watching people work, man. I see it all day long, man. Every day, man. As a music promoter, it's like people pay you for promo and they sit back and they just watch you work, man, from afar with binoculars. I'm telling you, it's like from afar with binoculars. They're not even.
Well, because they don't have a book, and they need to be able to kind of.
You're right.
Really kind of put their stuff together and understand how this business works. If you're gonna get your record played. You need to be getting booked or putting your own shows on. You need to be traveling. You need to be networking with other people. You need to be speaking to everybody you could speak to as soon as that radio hits that area. And none of the people, they just want to put a song out. Oh, if I put a song out, I'm gonna get rich. No, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
I'm from the school that the product got to be dope.
No one's gonna give you $1 million if you ain't busting your goddamn ass working. If this ain't the lottery, this is the music business, and a lot of people feel like it's a lottery. Like $100 grand, motherfuckers gonna want $100 grand out your ass. Same with $1 million. If you ain't, them boys working, they're up 20 hours a day. They have 18 hours a day. Half the time traveling, half the time doing shit they don't want to do. Yeah, it looks fun as hell from the outside. The road sucks. So there's a lot of money on the road. That's where the money is when you make it in the music business on the road. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I don't want to dominate. Go ahead, y'all.
No, I'm listening. Speak on it.
No one's going to give you. That's what I think the main thing is. When you talk about the money part aspect of hip hop or of cats that don't want to put no work in, as you say, Pete, while and watch you work, they don't understand